Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Recently I've featured quite a few large battles. Today it's going to be something a bit different. It's going to be my one destroyer, my one Italian destroyer, against two Japanese destroyers and the 10 transports that they're escorting. This one was sent in by Blacknights. I'm going to be reading this as he wrote it down, as it is a sort of log entry of, well, the captain's log of my destroyer. Today marks 4 months of month-long patrols. My crew and I are untested and largely fresh out of the academies and sea trials. Our ship, the Spazzino, made for an unoriginal name, but I'd like to hope I can make it mean something to the crew. Our job is to patrol the seabed and travel lanes for mines and submarines. I feel helpless as I hear and read the news of my homeland fighting battles, while we do our duty on the open sea. Our new allies of the island have fought epic battles on a scale that man hasn't seen in years, and they're winning. I just want a taste of what it feels like to make a big difference. Something like Admiral Cuttlefish. Now he's referring to the Cuttlefish saga here. Link down below is in the description, a link to the playlist. I know what we do is important, and we must earn our bread like the rest. But, and that's when I hear the blip, and then more. My crew looks at me as I hear the radar man cough up. We have 12 unidentified hostiles, destroyer and cruiser classer. I stand up with a grin on my face. Well, gentlemen, our duty is to fight a war. Let us go investigate. I turn and flick the switch myself. Battle stations alarms scream to life. My heart begins to pound in my chest. Helmsman, flank ahead. Radioman, inform command we have a fleet-size contact. Let us hope we get the drop on them. Now, what I maybe should have read before is that this takes place in the year following the initial battle of Lufeeze. A young lieutenant skipper is inspired to take the battle to the enemy. When the opportunity presents itself, he gambles it all. Will a single destroyer be able to make a name for itself in the high seas? The objective is simple and straightforward. We're going to take our little destroyer, and we're going to take out at least one destroyer and all of the transports. So I'm going to have quite a bit of work on my hands, and especially considering that transports have the potential to be armed with 4-inch guns, this destroyer might be in for a pretty rough time. Now I have a name for this thing. This is the Spazzino, so let's start building her. Let's go with our modern destroyer leader and rename her to Spazzino. She's going to be fired up by double-geared steam turbines, oil, forced boilers, all the armor, Crib 4, although all the armor is maybe a bit optimistic. The ship is supposed to have at least some form of radar and sonar, so this way I can detect torpedoes. Rangefinder. I don't use coincidence much, and that is no coincidence, pun intended, because it's better at short range, because you can swap from target to target faster. So for this battle, it's actually better than this one, because I'm not trying to do long range firing. So long range gun accuracy is not useful, but better gun aiming speed is. Alright, let's see what I can build on top of this hull. We have a main and secondary tower. If I put that here, I can make a sort of cascading wall of turrets. Can I make 5-inch guns work? What? Oh, okay. I guess the Italians like their turrets indoors. What the hell? See, there it fits. But the moment that I take it 1 notch behind it, it sits underneath the deck. So it looks like we have encountered a small bug. Or maybe not so small a bug. Wait. What? That's a nice feature. Unfortunately, it's not useful. And here's why. If I have them side by side, they can really effectively still only engage one target. And that's not what I need. I need them to engage 2 separate targets. But they can't do that. So I might as well have all of my guns positioned in a line so that they can all fire at the same target. And with autoloaders, electro-hydraulics, we're going to be firing lyddite. And we're going to be firing standard shells. Let's throw on a funnel. Ah. Maybe that's why I can't properly place it down. Hold on. Is it possible for me to put the funnel behind the ship? Well, not strictly behind it, I mean, but at least in a way that it doesn't impact my spotting. Because you have this one thing that's called smoke interference, minus 35. And if I put the funnel all the way over there, I have virtually no smoke interference. Hold on. If I put this here, and I put the funnel over there. Okay, so now I have actually smoke interference. Even though the funnel... What? I don't get this. My thinking is, if I put the funnel as far back as possible, and I'm at speed, then that would normally mean that the smoke immediately leaves the ship towards the stern. And has no impact whatsoever on accuracy. Right? That makes sense, right? So, if I put it over here, why does it have the same impact as when I put it over there? Or, you know what, since we're experimenting, why not? Is this possible? No, it is not. It has to be behind the main tower. See, now it's minus 19. Minus 16. What? This thing is supposed to generate more smoke interference. Minus 19. But it's a plus 16 smoke interference. If I pick this one, it's minus 16. Are these swapped? These values? What about this one? Minus 18. Okay. Now I'm really confused. Now I am really, really confused. Anyway, we're going to proceed as planned. With the turrets over there. A medium firing barbette. Actually, can I make it a small one? It's saving me quite a bit of tonnage. Nope, doesn't fit. Okay. Barbettes, medium, super firing, there. Bit of a 4-weight offset going. Engine efficiency currently 0. 61%. 73%. We're gonna need something bigger. 94%. Off weights. Okay, 4-weight offset 7%. Jesus, this thing shifts a lot of weight around. Then again, this is 221 tons that I'm shifting here. There. Okay, I'm going to make her slightly smaller. I'm going to remove the range. I'm going to make her a bit more protected. Let's say 40 knots. That way we can come at these ships like a bat out of hell. I have 4 main turrets, which all have pretty good firing arcs. I'm going to put one more over there, which will also have an excellent firing arc. There. And I will require a few torpedo launchers. Instead of going with the usual quintuple launchers, I'm going to go with a couple small ones. It's going to be a challenge to fit those. Can I fit them here? Yes. It's just going to be a real question of will they turn. Hold on. Modern tower here. And then the torpedo launchers behind it. Yeah, I think they have a bit more turning clearance over there. Now I have a 4-weight offset again, so we're going to shift this thing back. Use it to balance out the ship. There. 0.1 aft weight offset. Armor is virtually useless because it's a destroyer. Secondary guns haven't been invented here. You just don't carry those on a DD. And my hull is so narrow that I can't fit them anywhere either. I was hoping to put them next to the funnel, but that's a no joy. So let's put some triple 2-inch guns there. And I guess that's it. Limited firing arcs? Well, get used to it. It's not going to get any better than that. Now, when it comes to the maneuverability of this ship, I think it leaves something to be desired. 673 at full speed. Better engine shaft, maximum auxiliary engine. 476, but that's because I can do 40 knots. Can do, not will have to do. So I still have options there. Let's go for 21-inch torpedoes. Let's make them fast. I intend to make these things short-range killers. So, quite literally, sail past something and blow a couple of big holes in it. Okay, apparently now the guns don't mind. And many bulkheads. No, that's too much. Now I'm hoping that with anti-flood 3 and maximum bulkheads, if I get nailed and if I get holed, I'm going to be able to pump that water back out. Because that is life. Making sure I have maneuverability and speed is life for this thing. Slowing down, and you're going to have an issue. 0.8 inch belt armor, 0.5 inch belt extended. Alright then, let's put this thing to the test. The Spazzino is going to make her name for herself. Here we go. What sort of DDs do they have? I don't know yet. Okay. Right, let's sink a couple of their transports. Ideally swiftly. Accuracy already 3%. And this is high explosive that we're firing. Lyddite 2 with super heavy shells. I initially intended for standard shells, but you might have seen me swap that to super heavies. Because they are just a lot more effective when it comes to dealing with transports. And destroyers alike. Look at that, that's one hit, 249. That immediately took a chunk of 15 to 20% out of that hull. Spazzino, if you could hold your position. There. Grazie. 419 damage, 794. Fish in a barrel. But where are their destroyers at? Because this is definitely not it. That's another transport. Warship spotted Spazzino, but the warship is this transport, which is capable of returning fire. Okay. Both the 5-inch and the 2-inch guns are opening up. 2-inch guns causing 193 damage. Damn. Ah, we found their DDs. Here. Single turret gunboat. I'm gonna have to take that one out first. Set a smokescreen. These are very nicely packed together. Range on the torpedoes is 9.9. They have no sonar. So sinking this guy should be pretty easy. I just really hope that my torpedo launchers are capable of turning at all. Which they don't really seem to be. Crap. I've detected enemy torpedoes. Turrets swiveling to port. 2-inch guns already opening up. Torpedoes away. Excellent. I'm not exactly sure why it took so long. But, well, they're finally launched. Range, 6 clicks. Speed, 39.6 knots. Swap fire. We're going to target the warship first. Spazzino still has a smokescreen. See, battles like these I find far more interesting than large slugfests with 20-inch guns. Because these destroyers are right in the thick of it. This is also why I loved fighting with, or why I loved playing destroyers when I was still playing World of Warships. I haven't touched World of Warships in at least 6 months, I think. And especially with stuff that I keep hearing from Flamo, it's not getting any better. Now, Spazzino, can you swap fire? You can, but your accuracy is a bit bad. Where are those torpedoes at? Here? There has to be a second salvo somewhere. Yeah, here and here. So I'm perfectly in the clear. My torpedoes are about to impact with the Ontake and potentially the ship behind it. These transports have minimum bulkheads, so this is pretty much a death sentence. Excellent. It sucks that these guys are in a smokescreen. Makes it far more difficult to hit them. But then again, that goes both ways. The difference is, my ship, far more capable of dealing damage with guns than theirs is. Okay, that one is toast. The second torpedo got evaded by the Yashima. But that one torpedo, massive amount of damage, immediately flooded the ship out. Alright then, buddy. There. Bit of fire, a lot more fire. That was a 5-inch hit. The 2-inch gun was only 13, but the 5-inch was 133. Here we go. The Umikaze. No torpedoes at the ready. My torpedo launchers, though, are almost reloaded. And they have... That's my ship. Maximum bulkheads. 39 knots. Good turning circle. Coincidence 3, interestingly. Hydro 3. Oh. That looked painful. Ammunition explosion aboard the Umikaze. Put her down immediately. Alright, Kishinami, you're next. I love destroyers. As long as it's fast, agile, and capable of delivering a punch. And I don't really mind if it's a glass cannon, as most destroyers are. I'm a big fan. Just look at her go. She's burning, Kishinami. I'm not. Well, I shouldn't have said that. Rudder damaged, flooding. Yeah, this is 5-inch lyddite. The thing is, torpedoing her is probably not really beneficial. Hydro 3, and I have fast torpedoes, which present a massive profile. Yeah, firing torpedoes at her is no use. I hope that I can sink her before she returns fire with torpedoes, though. Oh crap, I'm starting to flood pretty badly. Oh shit! No! Flash fire killed me. Oh no, I want to retry this. I love destroyers. This is the flip side of using lyddite. It works, but it has a bit of a temper. And that temper can kill you fairly quickly, as you might have seen. I thought I had it in the back. I thought I had the destroyer killed. But no. Weather's pretty terrible. Cloudy weather. What? Was that the first salvo that caused the flooding? Different destroyer. Much more firepower than the previous. At least more barrels. Torpedo launcher amidships. Range 4.8. We're going to slow down to 25 knots to ensure that if this thing starts launching torpedoes at me, I'll be able to dodge them. Like that. This is going to throw my aim off. But that's okay. I'd rather have my aim thrown off than my bow blown off. Yeah, that's harmless. That's a quadruple launcher. What are my turrets currently looking at? And that's why you bring electro-hydraulic turrets on a destroyer. Because they're already swung around when the ship has finished her turn. That's why you use electro-hydraulic turrets. Opening fire. Engine damaged. Shit. Badly? No, immediately fixed. Minigumo. 4-inch guns, 2-inch guns. Maximum bulkheads, good speed. Probably an excellent turning circle as well. Sonar? Oh, sonar 2. Using any kind of torpedoes against them. Barring torpedo... Oh, speaking of. Barring almost no range. So point blank range is pretty much no use. Okay, there we go. Rudder's fixed. Sail directly towards the Urikaze. She has no torpedoes ready. 2.2. 2.1. Engine damaged. Fire and flooding. Range 1.7. This thing is getting ripped apart. Starboard torpedoes away. Urikaze immediately detects them. Commences her turn. And completely dodges the torpedoes. That was a range of about 1 kilometer. Maybe 1.4. And the ship just did not have any problem dodging that. But my side effect was that she turned hard to starboard. And because she turned hard to starboard, she made herself... Well, not so much an easier target, but at least this needs to stop happening. She made herself a far... 10 temper. That was... that was 3 minutes. Come on. I got the message. We're going to be using high TNT. Less flash fire potential. Okay then. These things, these shells, should be a lot more stable. Shouldn't be as volatile as the high explosive lyddite shells. At least such is my hope. Jeez, we hit this thing once with an overpen and we did 280 damage. Now then, maybe it's better if we do a little bit of damage to these transports beforehand, so that they're going to be killed off. Will not be able to use their firepower to augment that of the destroyers, and I can just harass them. Wakazakura. She's pretty much done for. This one's not armed. Done. Switch to the slightly longer range but more heavily damaged target. Their DDs have not yet been detected. Mikasa. I had a different image when I thought Mikasa, but okay. Standard complement of bulkheads, but it doesn't stand up to any kind of damage that the Spazzino can do. Kashi. 71% structural integrity and dropping quickly. Buoyancy dropping along with it. She's pretty much done for. Swap to the she. Yeah, she'll flood. Now, considering that at some point, and I do not know when that will be, we're going to have a campaign. If at any point one of my convoys gets intercepted by a destroyer like this, I am in so much trouble. On the other hand, if I can build a destroyer like this, which for a destroyer, sure enough, is pretty expensive at 22.9 million. That's because I'm powering through the water at 40 knots. If I can build something like this, it's going to be a fantastic convoy raider. Really, really good convoy raider. And I can even, if it's a heavier ship, just sort of suicide it right into an enemy ship and just use torpedoes at short range. Especially if you eventually are able to load up 24-inch torpedoes on them. I'm really very much looking forward to the campaign. I hope it's going to come out soon. Because as some of you have already commented in previous videos, the scenarios are interesting, but they're... I hate to say it, but it's becoming a bit much of the same. And that doesn't do justice to the way that the guys are sending in the scenarios. And the quality of their writing on some of those scenarios. But yes, it's constantly custom battles. And you can only do so much with writing up the limitations of a battle or the limitations of a scenario. So that means that, yes, they're going to be pretty similar. And I hope that a campaign is not. How I'm going to be covering that campaign, by the way, I don't know yet. Because currently I'm streaming Subnautica several times a week in the evenings. I'm not sure yet if I would be streaming the campaign or just making separate videos out of it. There's something to be said for either. Let me know down below in the comment section. Would you like me to stream the campaign when it eventually comes out? Or would you be more favorable towards standard videos? And of course, if you're not able to watch the stream, since I stream to YouTube, it automatically gets turned into... Sorry, it automatically gets turned into a video. Meaning that you can always re-watch the stream and thus follow along as if you were watching a standard video. What I have noticed is that videos, well, let's say streams, they really do not get watched a whole lot. In the sense that once they're done and it is turned into a video, people barely watch them. It's much more about the live interaction, of course, since it is a stream. Where is the enemy destroyer? There? 13 clicks out. These guys did a piss poor job at defending their convoy. Absolutely terrible. I sunk all the transports. Spazzino has done 20,000 points of damage. That's productive for a destroyer. Okay. Now, at this point, we're actually going to be taking fire. So I'm interested to see if we're going to be blowing up again. Smoke up. Torpedoes in the water. Immediately detected by the high-end tier 2 sonar array that I have. And there's the other one. 7 clicks out. I want to take this one out first. I'm not interested in fighting 2 destroyers at the same time. So we're going to chase this guy down. Hopefully nailing it. And then dealing with the other one. Which seems to be on a counteractive course. It's not coming my way immediately. And with my 40 knots, I'm excellent at dictating who I fight, when and where. That's something that I tend to miss on some of the battleships that I've designed recently. They're fun to use. But the problem is, they're not particularly quick. And if they are quick, they turn like a brick. That's the problem. It's the trade-off of having speed on a large ship. Now, what I want to know about the Asagiri is what sort of turning she has on her turrets. Electro-hydraulics. Okay. So her turrets can turn pretty quick. Speed? Damn. She's even faster than the Spazzino. The Asagiri can do 40 knots. 40 and a half, in fact. Come on. Swing those turrets around and start bashing that ship. Move to intercept 1-6. I'm going to try to do a close-range drive-by and kill it with torps. Chance to pen? 77%. Then again, I have no armor. Well, none to speak of. Ah, that's better. 1 click out. 0.9. 0.7. Let's go to standard speed. Drifting. 0.6. She has a damaged engine and water inside the hull. That means she has taken on more tonnage with less engine speed. She is ripe for a torpedo attack. Starboard launcher angling. Torpedoes away. These torpedoes come crashing in at 62 knots. Of course, the Asagiri immediately detects. But with her current condition, she's gonna get hit twice. 1, 2. Opening up even more holes in the bow of the ship. And probably wiping out the Asagiri within the next 15 seconds. Spazzino has taken some damage. Nothing critical. Asagiri's gone. Let's try not to ram it. And we have the Uranami over there. So my starboard launcher is reloading. Reloading takes 5 minutes. Port launcher is good to go. Smokescreen out in 3 minutes. Or rather, I just skipped a whole minute? Okay. Uranami, heavily flooded? A couple of hits took it out, by the looks of it. Fire. Flooding on Spazzino, but thanks to maximum bulkheads and an excellent damage control, I can handle that. Unfortunately, with the damage that I've taken, I can only perform 36 knot speed. 35. Don't be like that. Spazzino going in for the kill. Uranami. Burning. Flooding. 2 engines out of commission. More fire. More flooding. Spazzino also starting to flood. More fire and flooding in. She is not gone. Port side torpedoes going out. Now that's going to be the death sentence of the Uranami. 1 hit. 1 not so much a hit. There. Boom. 400 points of damage. Surprisingly, Emily didn't finish her off, but not too much longer. Spazzino, survival. And, well, she has a bit of burn marks on her stern. Maybe some scratches on the bow and the conning tower. But aside from that, she's perfectly alright. Thank you guys for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed. Again, let me know down below in the comment section whether you would like me to stream the campaign or just make a video out of it. I'm interested to see what your opinion is. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for another battle.